So again, no collision on this. If we just dropped some simple, like tried to have Unreal do it, we'd have to go in and make it, it's going to give us this shape. No bueno. But again, you can see the collision is closed. So for this little part, I'm just going to use the BSP to be my collision guide. I'll actually give you guys, coming up here after this little section, I'm going to give you guys a nice little collision demo. Show you some of the tools and stuff a tool I use. If it's not a box, sphere, or a ramp. Okay, you notice we have light leaking that's occurring. So I'll show you guys how to adjust that as well. Light leaking is just that, it's light coming in through the backsides of the geometry. So, I mean, there's things you can do in the shader. You can tell it to be double-sided or whatever, but you don't really want to do that if you don't need to. So typically to fight that, I'll just put a piece of geometry behind it. Make a little tiny roof. This stuff isn't going to get UV'd. It's a box. I mean, it's 6 polygons or whatever it is. So there's no real like performance hit for doing this. This is a little more now, but you get the idea, right? Like it's super simple, basic geometry. I'm not doing anything crazy. I'm just going to seal the shape in to stop the lights from coming in. Ta-da! Magical. And all I'm doing is alt dragging. I'm just trying to get the basic light into the scene here. So where that X is happening is basically saying, hey, you have lighting volumes that are overlapping, meaning when I go to bake, this thing is going to be really upset. It's not going to be able to cast shadows within 2 point light volumes. That's an Unreal thing. So if you need to have a bunch of shadows, I think you can only have 2 lights. I don't remember exactly what it is, but try to avoid actually having volumes of light where, especially if they're shadow casters, where they're overlapping, just turn off shadows. Again, I don't have a secondary UV set baked in, so those are all the lighting errors. It's complaining about the overlapping of the volumes and also the overlapping of the UVs for the light maps. So you see when that goes outside that volume, that X turns off. I should be actually signing on the other ones, but for whatever reason it's not, which is okay. We'll just adjust. Again, it's cast shadows right there towards the top. You just turn that off. For this, though, I think I'm just going to play with the settings and try and get it to just try and force it to work. And you can also notice that since I'm going in, inside, and out the volume, the exposure is changing. But this is the first kind of mass out for this. We'll spend a few minutes making collision for one of the objects, and I'll just tell you how to export that, and we'll move right along.